Hello and welcome to English Plus Podcast. I'm Danny, and today let's tackle a challenge so many of us face: the fear of public speaking. You know that heart-pounding, sweaty palms feeling? It can be enough to make you want to avoid any speaking opportunity at all costs. But here's the secret: those nerves can actually fuel a great performance. First, you will have to understand your nerves. Our bodies have this ancient fight or flight response designed to kick in during dangerous situations. While once helpful for dodging saber-toothed tigers, it's less useful when you're facing a room full of colleagues. The good news is we can retrain our brains to interpret those nerves differently. Instead of seeing them as a threat, view them as a sign of excitement, of our body saying, "This matters to you, so let's do this right." And here are some tips to manage our nerves. There are some techniques to transform those nerves into positive energy. First, we have deep breaths. Focus on taking slow, deep breaths from your belly. This signals to your body that it's safe, calming your racing heart and mind. And the second tip is to visualize success. Close your eyes and see yourself delivering your speech with confidence. Picture the audience engaged, nodding along, even smiling or applauding. This positive visualization tricks your brain into believing it's already a reality. And then we have positive talk. Replace those negative thoughts we all have, like "I'm going to forget everything," with phrases like "I've researched this, I'm prepared, and I can do this." This empowering self-talk lessens anxiety and boosts confidence. And the final tip, and maybe this is the most important tip, remember that preparation is key. There's no substitute for knowing your material inside out. Practice your speech repeatedly, in the mirror, for a friend, even record yourself to identify areas for improvement. This thorough preparation builds your confidence muscle. Well, that was in a nutshell what public speaking is all about, what we're going to talk about in this webinar. If you're ready to completely master public speaking, from managing nerves to captivating your audience, check out my full webinar on the topic. You'll find in-depth techniques, real-life examples, and more. You can find the full webinar on Patreon if you become a premium member, or you can also unlock the full audio webinar via Apple Podcasts. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, you can subscribe and unlock the full webinar. And of course, by doing that, you will also get to listen to all the new episodes in Season 10 ad-free. Now, I'm not going to leave you hanging here, just wondering what this webinar might be about. Of course, I told you what it is about. And now, to give you a taste of what the webinar is going to be about, I'm going to include the first couple of minutes of the webinar so you can listen to them. But if you want to listen to the rest, you know that you can find them on Patreon or on Apple Podcasts. The links you need are in the episode description. And now let's enjoy the first couple of minutes of the webinar. Hello, this is Danny of English Plus. I have something quite special to share with you. We're embarking on a new adventure. A journey that will transform not just how you communicate, but how you see yourself as a communicator. We're talking about the fascinating world of public speaking. When I say public speaking, what comes to mind? Perhaps you're imagining packed auditorium with hundreds of eyes on you. Or maybe you're thinking about a critical business presentation in front of your colleagues. You could be picturing a simple conversation at a family gathering or a local community event. You see, public speaking is everywhere. It's not just for the stage, it's for life. And I know, just the thought of it can be nerve-wracking for many. But here's the thing, it's completely normal to feel that way. And with the right tools and techniques, you can not only manage these nerves, but also leverage them to enhance your performance. That's what we're going to do in today's webinar from English Plus Academy. We'll dissect the anatomy of fear and nerves, exploring techniques to manage them, delve into the art of audience engagement, and get to the heart of structuring persuasive arguments. And guess what? We will also look into how technology can augment your presentations, and you'll get a sneak peek into the future of public speaking. This webinar is designed not only to give you a deep understanding of public speaking, but also to offer practical, actionable tips and challenges that you can implement right away. Whether you're a beginner dipping your toes in the water or a seasoned speaker aiming to refine your skills, there's something in this webinar for you. Public speaking isn't about impressing an audience. It's about expressing your ideas, sharing your knowledge, and impacting lives. It's about amplifying your voice and ensuring it's heard. And that's precisely what I aim to help you do through this webinar. So, are you ready to embark on this transformative journey with me? Let's get cracking. So that was just a preview of the webinar. Again, I will remind you, if you want to unlock the full webinar, you can become a premium member on Patreon and listen to the entire webinar. And that's not all. When you become a premium member on Patreon, you will find the link in the description. You will unlock a world of knowledge and a lot of exclusive content. With that being said, thank you very much for listening to another episode from English Plus Podcast. I'm your host, Danny, saying thank you very much. I will see you next time.